Hey, welcome back to Marvel Live from San Diego Comic-Con 2019, brought to you by our good friends at TikTok. I'm Langston.
I'm Lorraine, and we're here with Editor-in-Chief CB Cebulski. Hey, CB. Thwip, thwip, thwip.
Thwip, thwip.
You are such a busy guy this weekend. You've been on so many panels. You've done so many things.
We had so much cool stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm partial. I'm on This Week in Marvel. We were on the panel together, and we got to show some cool stuff from Marvel Comics 1000 and 1001. How did Marvel Comics 1000 come to be?
The actual idea came from Steve Wacker, who's now out on the West Coast, who, said, after 8 decades, if we had been publishing Marvel Comics straight through, we'd be close to 1,000 if we had some double ships in there. So we said, all right, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's go ahead and do that. And we went back and forth on what the format should be, and it was actually executive editor Tom Brevoort who actually put that massive comic together that came up with the idea to do an 80-page story covering all 80 years of Marvel, year by year, with all the characters, and not just with the superheroes, from the genre stuff. It starts from panel 1 of Marvel Comics number 1 from 1939 and tells a story that's been going on in the Marvel Universe the entire time.
Wow, that is awesome.
I love stuff like that. Now, sorry.
I just have to force you to say, can you talk about the awesome creative team that we announced at the This Week in Marvel panel?
Yep, there's so many amazing creators that came to contribute to Marvel Comics 1000, past, present, and men and women who have never written or drawn for Marvel before. We tried to expand the reach. We got people we knew were Marvel fans who might want to participate in this historic event. But Neil Gaiman and Mark Buckingham are coming on, and as we've now announced, they are going to be doing a Miracleman story, original material Miracleman, in Marvel Comics 1000.
That is so flippin' cool.
Oh my goodness, so much stuff. Now, I'm a big X-Men fan, and House of X and Powers of 10. Oh. Holy smokes.
Yep.
So cool. And I'm a big Cyclops fan, so when I heard the news dropped that Cyclops is assembling a new team, I was like, yes, please, two please.
And I can say without hyperbole or hype that things will never be the same for X-Men. X-Men has always been a constantly changing title. It's at the core of the X-Men, It's about evolution. And this is the next evolution of the publishing plan for Marvel. Jonathan Hickman, Pepe Larraz, R.B. Silver coming on, House of X, Powers of 10. I got confused myself. And this is going to redefine X-Men. And what is this? It's not a relaunch. It's not a reboot. It's not a reimagining. It's just Jonathan taking the X-Men in a different direction, building on everything that's come. So every comic in your long box by, Neil Adams, Dave Cockrum, Chris Claremont, Jim Lee, David Finch, Joe Mad, whoever it was, all your favorite X-Men stories are still there. And this is Jonathan building upon his love of all that knowledge and all that continuity and doing something we've never seen before with this.
I'm so excited. And now we have a little bit of a glimpse of what will come, because we have 6 new titles coming.
6 new titles that we just announced. It's so exciting. As we said, Jonathan came in, and House of X and Powers of 10 is just the first step. And yesterday we announced those 6 titles, and people now see oh, wow, this is serious. Jonathan has a plan he came in and it was all-encompassing and never-ending. And we're like, you know what? Let's do it. And it's long as fans keep buying, Jonathan's going to keep writing. The co-creators that he brought on, the writers and artists that he hand-selected with Jordan White to come in and start telling these other stories are really going to blow fans away. It's stuff we've never seen before in X-Men.
Well, and after seeing what happened to the Avengers when they literally smashed together, I'm really excited to see what happens with the X-Men.
You mentioned the fans. What's been like for you here, your Comic-Con experience, seeing fans, seeing the cosplay? You've been doing it for so long. What is the thing that keeps you going?
It's just amazing to see how much Marvel love continues to grow, and through all generations, and as Marvel movies expand, as the video games continue to kick butt, as the animation is, constantly playing on all the different channels that we have it on, more people are coming into Marvel every day, and they're expressing their love in so many different ways, be it cosplay, or even it's just a subtle pin or a cool T-shirt, and it's just so heartwarming to see people of all ages, especially the kids. The families that cosplay are my favorite. They can't not be. So, and it's like, wow, I'm getting this feeling that when I was a kid, I remember being a little bit isolated. Not there too many people who could share that love. Comics were a little bit more niche.
Yeah.
We would come to events like this and do it, but not in this widespread mainstream kind of affection that we're seeing now.
So one last quick question. You are our editor-in-chief, and so many people love comics. They want to be part of the industry. Do you have a small piece of advice for them?
Follow your dream. I mean, it sounds cliche. It sounds, like just, but that's what happened. Like, I was a kid, 6 years old, reading comics under my bed sheets at night, didn't want to go to bed, and I said, someday I'm going to work for Marvel. And it's just, if you have that passion, you have the support of your parents, just walk that path. Read the Marvel Universe, read comics, figure out a way that you can make Marvel yours. If you're not a writer and artist, there's other ways, We're a part of, Disney now, and there's so many opportunities for so many different people to contribute to Marvel in so many different ways. Video game design, comic creation, movie, design, that, if you dream it, you can do it. That's what I always like to say. So that's the advice I would give to people.
There you have it. Thank you so much, CB.
Thank you, guys.
Oh,
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah.
too.
All right.